Hello, how do you do? I'm Elle. American Girl was originally known as Pleasant Company, founded by Pleasant Rowland. Rowland was a teacher who aimed to educate young girls about American history with the help of dolls and accompanying books. The first three dolls, Kirsten, Samantha, and Molly, were introduced in 1986, and in 1998, Pleasant Company was sold to Mattel. Since then, the historical collection has expanded and new series have been introduced, such as the Truly Me dolls, Just Like You's. Their name has changed over the years. They're now Truly Me, and that's what I called them as a kid. Anyways, in 2001, we got our first Girl of the Year doll, who was Lindsay Bergman? Bjorkman?
Lindsay Bergman.
I'm sorry for butchering her name. There are other lines such as the Bitty Babies and the Willy Wishers that were made for a younger audience, as well as the more even recent My First American Girl doll plushies made for an even younger audience, which that's cool, I guess, but $60 for a plush doll? Yay, capitalism, I guess. Now, why am I giving you a history lesson about dolls that were made for children? Well, as you can see by the title, I'll be taking 4 American Girl dolls from the Truly Me / Just Like You collection. I don't know what to call it in this video. I'm just gonna say Truly Me for now, and turn them into characters. For a bit of an extra challenge, I can only use clothing and accessories that were released by American Girl over the years, because of course I needed to make a challenge for myself. Why wouldn't I do that? Anyways, without further ado, let's get into drawing. Just Like You number 38 was released in 2009 and then retired in 2015. For 38, I immediately thought she was a nature photographer. I wanted to give all these characters a sort of like passion or hobby, as that's how I always played with my dolls as a kid. For the outfit, I used Kit's overalls, a Truly Me sweater, Julie's bandana, and Molly's glasses that I definitely did not forget until the very end. I totally remembered that I had planned on giving this character glasses. I would never forget that. Anyways, I know the shoes. I did cheat with those. I will admit, these shoes are from an Etsy shop, but they were too cute and they matched the vibe. Sorry. I also imagine this girl either has like a dog or a bunny or both, honestly. Unfortunately, she was the only one that was easy for me to come up with a story or like a hobby or whatever. The rest were a challenge. As a kid, I loved American Girl. I spent hours on my dad's computer watching American Girl doll stop motions and creating the custom dolls on the website when those came out. I never had enough money for dolls, or more like my parents didn't have enough money for anything American Girl brand. I did have these off-brand Springfield dolls, and I love them just as much. Though, looking back, some of these are just horrifying. Every December, I would get an American Girl doll Christmas catalog in the mail. I would through that magazine cover to cover, seeing all the new clothes, the accessories, and the new Girl of the Year that would be released that following January. I would scour across that Truly Me page trying to find a doll that even like remotely resembled me. One Christmas, my parents saved up enough money and actually got me and my sister American Girl dolls. My sister got Ziyang, a contemporary doll. I don't remember what year she was released or retired. Here it is. And I got an Anea doll from the historical collection. We were ecstatic. We were so happy and excited that Christmas opening up the dolls. It might be just my monotone voice or just the way I speak. I don't sound that grateful, but I truly am really grateful for my parents for doing that. I'm also leaving it up to you guys to name these characters, but yeah, here she is. Truly Me number 49 was also released in 2009 with 38. She was then retired in 2020. For this character, I was originally thinking she was a fashion student who was very girly and loves going outside the box. But then I came across Lainey's Be Kind to the Earth shirt, and I did a whole 180. I still think she's a fashion student, but she's also an advocate for the earth and wants to make like an eco-friendly fashion line or something like that. She loves thrifting and upcycling clothing and furniture. The outfit consists of Lainey's Be Kind to Earth shirt, of course, Lindsay's Meat hoodie, Ready for Fun Meat outfit jeans, and the Team AG jogger set shoes. I also wanted to put her hair onto these like little like two fishtail braid thingy hairdo that I found on Pinterest because I thought it was really cute and it suited her character so much. I had to. I lost interest in American Girl dolls around 2019 and I haven't kept up, and I was a little surprised to see the new dolls. Now, I will say, I don't think these dolls are bad. I don't believe I should have a strong opinion over a doll line made for children as an adult. I will say, when I saw these dolls, I clocked two features immediately. The eyebrows are drawn differently as they were in the past. I don't hate them. They're actually quite nice. And the lashes are painted around the eyes. I feel silly for having an opinion on dolls. However, for some reason I can't get behind these lashes. Why would you paint lashes on the face when they already have lashes? Do they have two sets of lashes? I get the bottom ones. Why the top? What is going on?
Unfair. She made those. I need to calm down. Everything's fine.
Amanda.
I'm an adult.
Sorry, guys. Anyways, here she is. Truly Me number 58 was released in 2012 and then was retired in 2020. I don't know why they retired her. She's honestly iconic. I saw her everywhere in the catalogs. I had a little trouble figuring out this character. I saw this recent set by American Girl and I fell in love with the orange slice purse. I need it in real life. I need it now. I have her in Lainey's butterfly outfit cardigan. It is cropped in the original, but I do extend it. I also use a lot of Julie's collection because I'm just a fan of Julie's collection. At least some of the sets that are since now retired. I used Julie's original Me outfit shoes, her pleasant top outfit skirt, and her flower crown. I then struggled with her hobby. I was originally thought about her working at a smoothie shop because of the purse, but it just felt way too on the nose. It was reminding me too much of Orange Blossom, and I wanted to push myself creatively. And then I got the idea that she liked to read, and then I extended on that idea even more, and she's now a writer. She spends all her times in coffee shops, parks, libraries, writing all her books. As you can see, I started this YouTube channel in 2018, and I was not an art channel. I was an American Girl doll stop motion channel. I can't remember what the name was. I think it was something along the lines of like AG Studios or something like that. I would use my off-brand American Girl dolls to do little animations and music videos. All of these have been nuked. I don't have anything to show. I'm sorry, but it was my first brush with animation. I would refine the scale into its gotcha meme iteration before landing here where I do frame by frame animations for Doomed Yuri animations on Ibis Paint. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of this art piece. I fiddled with it so much, but here we are. I don't have time to redo it. Sorry. Here she is. 28 was released in 2006 and retired in 2020 along with 49. The reason I picked these particular dolls for this video is because these dolls are all that I recognize from my childhood and they just so happen to be retired, which is a shame, honestly. They're so cute. My creative engine was running low. I thought I was running low on the last doll. I had no clue what I wanted to do with this character. I tossed around the idea of her being into sports, as a volunteer at an animal shelter, to a beach girl. I was stumped. I had so many options. It was impossible to pick one route and just do it. I was suffocated by choice. I was struggling. It wasn't until I saw this scooter that I thought of something, finally. I like the beach idea, so I expanded on that. I used Julie's Ready to Learn top, Kanani's Aloha outfit, pants, and the flip-flops. I wanted to keep this purple color scheme because the Me outfit I remember her in is purple, and I thought purple really suited her. I like the idea that she works at a juice shop. Very early 2000s, H2O just had water of me, I know. And when she's not on the job, she loves scooting around the beach with her dog. Like I said earlier, I fell off the American Girl doll train around 2019. Yeah, that's correct. I was going into middle school and I felt just too old for dolls. My own American Girl doll rotted into my garage, hidden within a tub, and it seemed like she would never see the sun again. But since graduating, I've been going down pipelines of media that I really enjoyed when I was a kid as I enter the adult world. Like I said before, I was an American Girl doll channel before all this happened. My spark came back, and now I look back and feel happy. I took Danae out of her box. I brushed her hair. I removed nicks and marks that I could get out with a magic eraser and nail polish remover from like years of just love, use, and general just garage gunk that I accumulated over the years. I did make an impulse buy over the summer. I bought a Leah Clark doll. She was the girl of the year, as I showed an example in the somewhat in the beginning of the video of like flipping through the magazines and seeing the new girl of the year that would be coming that next year. And I loved Leah Clark so much, and now with my adult money I spent $60 on a used Leah Clark doll and I restored her, and now Nanea has a friend. I feel so silly talking about American Girl at the age that I am, which in retrospect, I'm not that old, but I'm legally considered an adult. I don't know why this sudden, like, love for American Girl dolls came back at such, like, a weird time, because I am now an adult, I'm going to be going to college, I'm going to be getting a job, and something that was, like, a part of my childhood has just, like, come back, and it just makes me really happy, and I don't know why. But something that dominated my entire childhood can't just disappear, right? Sorry for getting deep at the end, especially a video centered around dolls. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you like this kind of content and would like to see a part 2. I love doing this video and would love to do it again, even though this is kind of a redesigned topic that is kind of niche, I feel like. Also, drop your name ideas for these characters in the comments below. I will probably pick them after a week has gone by after this video is posted. Thank you so much for watching again. Bye!